Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome again in online classes for MA semester 3rd economics students who had opted the specialized paper of population studies. And today I will deal with the fertility, concept of fertility and its measurements. This is a very much important topic, especially for the sake of future research in the field of population studies. Yesterday I told you about the concept and meaning of nutritality, and today I will deal with fertility meaning and its measurement. So students, very carefully listen and go for your preparation. So let us start with major demographic process that is called as population dynamics. Earlier I told you that fertility, mortality and migration, these three are the major components of population, major process of population, and also this is a dynamism of population. And fertility is also called as natality. That means actual reproductive performance of a woman or a group of women. A woman's reproductive period is roughly from 15 to 49 years of age. So this is very much important that you should understand the meaning of fertility, and in fertility the composition of population women is important, and among that women the age is important, and that age is 15 to 49 years. So when we have to measure the fertility, we have to take care of women and also their age. So students, I will talk you about crude birth rate, general fertility rate, age-specific fertility rate, and total fertility rate, etc. So this is the major topic which I have to deal today. Okay, so let's start about the basic meanings of fertility. Students, generally fertility is the natural capability to produce, and you know human beings also produce and even animals also produce. So this is a natural capability to produce. And this differs from fecundity, which is defined as the potential for reproduction. A lack of fertility is infertility, while a lack of fecundity would be called sterility. And I already told this all in details in my online classes. So when we talk about another meaning, dictionary meaning, the Latin root word is fertilis, bearing in abundance or fruitful. From fere to bear. So the ability to conceive and bear children, the ability to become pregnant through normal sexual activity. So this is a simple meaning of fertility. And fertility is the ability to have babies or to reproduce. When fertility rates is community increases, more babies are born. And this we can calculate by rates. And hence the ratio of the live births in an area to the population of that are expressed per thousand population per year. This is a simple fertility rate, and I will deal with all the measurement of that fertility rate. Okay, so let us talk about what is fecundity. You generally in question papers, examiners ask 2 marks question, that's what is fecundity. Then you can say that Thomson and Lewis said that fecundity is a biological potential, the physiological capacity to participate in reproduction. And the absence of this potential is known as an fecundity or sterility. So you have to distinguish between fertility and fecundity. For fertility, every woman should be fecund. But fecundity is not whole sole criteria of fertility. These two are the basic 2 issues. Okay, so let us start up with definition. The ratio of live birth is an area to the population of that area expressed per thousand, and earlier told. And mathematically you can express it by births divided by population into 1000. And it is called crude birth rate or natality rate. So don't confuse with birth rate or natality rate. Okay, and students, when we talk about the fertility rate around the globe, the average number of babies born to women during their reproductive years, that is from 15 to 49. And global fertility rates says that in 1990 to 1955 there was 3 global fertility rate. 2010-15 there was reduced to 2.5. Expected in 2045-50 is 2.2. And again in 2095, 2100 year is only 2. So global fertility rate we are here to reduce for the sake of stabilization of population. So we need a fertility rate of 2.1 to maintain the size of population. So this is also a solution for the near future. Okay. And there are certain basic concepts which I will move forward because I already told you in the online classes. And then comes the measurement of fertility. I have already told you about the birth rate, that number of births in total population into K is birth rate. You can input by saying one hypothetical examples and calculate this birth rate. And very systematic, when we have to say, then you can say that CBR is equal to B by P into K, where B is total lives births during a given year. You can see this. And P is total population in the middle of the same year, and K denotes to 1000. So in other words, crude birth rate is number of live births in a given year divided by mid-year population into 1000. So this is a simple measurement of a fertility rate. And again here we can see which factors affects the fertility rates. So this number of females, especially in 15 to 49 years, the age of marriage, the level of infant and preschool mortality rates, socio-economic level of the country, economic value of children and lower expense of rearing children, cultural and religious factors, knowledge, attitudes and motives for adopting or rejecting family planning. And besides this, nowadays, you know, pandemic is here. So, and epidemics or pandemics affects, wars affects fertility, famine affects fertility, and migration affects fertility. So before moving towards the various measurement of fertility, we should also learn about the various factors affects the fertility. Okay. So next start of second measurement, that is called a general fertility rate. And I have already told you in the online class, but very briefly I will tell you that what is general fertility rate. So students, this is the number of live birth per 1000 and uses the number of women of childbearing age of 15 to 49. So this is very much important. Women is important and their age is important in a population as a base for the calculating of birth rate rather than total population. So we can say that GFR is, general fertility rate is number of live births divided by number of women aged 15 to 49 per 1000. So this is how you have to learn, you have to remember this formula to calculate these general measures. Okay. And again, very simple formula in form of formula GFR is equal to B by PF into K. So here PF is a female, and not only female but female belongings to 15 to 49 years. So you can use any one of these formula in your examination. Okay. And next comes age specific fertility rate, which is very much important. So students, age specific fertility rate means the fertility rates can also be calculated for specific age groups to see differences in fertility behavior at different ages or for comparison over time. So number of births, for example, women ages 20 to 24 is divided by same women living in 2024 population per 1000. When you calculate in this specific age, you will get per 1000 fertility rate. For example, I have fitted this for the particular country. I got per 1000 81.4 in 20 to 24 age groups. So we can calculate in each age groups. That is called as age specific fertility. And simple formula is ASFR is equal to BF divided by PF into K. BF is birth of female of any particular age. You can feed here population of female of that particular age for which you have to calculate into 1000. So this is a simple formula of age-specific fertility rate by which you can do research, calculate data, and if there is a given data, you can also calculate simple birth rate and simple age-specific fertility rates. And then third is TFR. So once you are able to calculate the age-specific fertility rate, then you all know that from 15 to 49 is a childbearing age of women. So when we sum up all that age, then we are able to calculate the total fertility rate. For example, it is a hypothetical measure of fertility, and it is compared by summing the current 7 age-specific fertility rates of the calculation to cover the whole reproductive life. So students, you can see that number of children which a woman of hypothetical cohort would bear during her lifetime if she were to bear children throughout her life at the age-specific fertility rates for given year, and if none of them dies before crossing the age of reproduction. So this is the assumption, and hence total fertility rate is summation of fx for single year and TFR is for 5 years. We can calculate this total fertility rate. So assuming that not a single child is dying and hypothesis is from 15 to 49 years, what could be the total fertility rate of a given year of a given country? So summation of all the age-specific fertility rate is called as total fertility rates. Okay, and then lastly I will tell you the factors affecting fertility. Then the age at marriage affects fertility rate, duration of married life affects the fertility rates, spacing of children affects fertility rates, education mostly affects the fertility rate in the developed region, economic status affects the fertility rates, caste and religion affects the fertility rates, nutrition affects the fertility rates, and last but not least, in country like India, family planning affects the fertility rates. So these all are the fertility rates, dear students, and you have to prepare this properly and learn and remember all the formulas of this fertility measure, and in examination you have to deal with all the various measures. And again, for the next semester you can choose any one of the topic factors affecting of fertility, and you can take a topic of dissertation also, and you can submit dissertation in the next semester also. Thank you. Take care.